Welcome to What We Watch When We Drink, a Booze Dancing Entertainment Network podcast featuring lively discussions about movies, TV shows, and anything else that we're watching while we drink our favorite boozy beverages. If you enjoy this show, please subscribe on Apple, Spotify, Stitcher, Google, Audible, and anywhere else you get your podcasts. You can also find us on boozdancing.com, and if you have any questions, comments, show or drink suggestions, email us at boozdancing@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you.
Hey! Booze Dancing is live. It is Tuesday night. It is a Whiskey Tuesday night. And we have an all new live episode of What We Watch When We Drink. Grab a seat. Spend a part of your Tuesday with us. We're streaming live on YouTube and Facebook and Instagram and wherever else you can find us on the World Wide Web or your streaming services. We are your official podcast of summertime. Bathing suits are optional. Sunscreen is not.
No, sunscreen is not.
No. We're a couple days in and half the country's bursting into a ball of flames. I'm sure my two compadres are as well. And there's nothing like summer, right, boys?
Correct.
Correct, yes. One has taken leave and is now near a big body of water. The other is in a hole in his home in a basement where it's nice and cool.
65 degrees year-round.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
In the bunker. In the bunker.
In the bunker. Just a reminder to watch these two gentlemen at the murder table reviewing beer, whiskey, canned cocktails, anything else they might have to check out. It's at boozdancing.com, and you can find those on Instagram and all the other fun places. If you have any comments tonight, drop them in the comments in whatever place you're watching us on, and we'll be happy to answer some questions or ignore your questions and give you a snotty comment. We'll see what we can chime in with.
Yeah, if the questions seem hard, I don't want to answer them. We only answer easy questions.
We only answer easy questions because we're not very smart.
Can we ban them like they do in the press room at the White House?
We can. We can send them right back out.
Okay.
Right. How are we, guys? Besides hot and sweaty.
Good.
I'm wearing a fleece, so my house is very cool.
Yeah, you're not hot and sweaty. Yes, you're just chilly.
No, I'm good.
Michael?
No problems here.
Yeah,
we got mini splits kicking out. It's not too bad. I just don't go outside. Outside's bad. Gotta stay inside.
Yes, I hear from my daughters that the East Coast is roasting away.
One more day, and then we're gonna get rain. So we'll be all right.
Well, I pray for you guys to get some cooler weather. All right, we have not been together for a few weeks, and tonight we have a kind of a grab bag episode of stuff that we've watched and stuff that we're watching, and we are going to run through some whiskeys tonight, courtesy of Sam Filmus and his team at Impex Beverages. We've been through this distillery a little bit before, and we're going to go through some newer expressions now. Howie boys, how do we pronounce this Scottish distillery?
Nc'nean?
He says Nc'nean as if he knows what he's talking about.
Is it as simple as that? Is it Nc'nean?
It might be. I don't know. Let's say it's
Let's go phonetically.
Nick. I like the hyphen in there, the apostrophe.
Nc'nean.
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 That's right. I think it looks like a sort of an eye chart kind of thing. You know, it doesn't look. I don't know what's going on there. But we're going to go through the Nc'nean, 3 Nc'nean whiskeys, single malts, and also talk about what we've been watching. So, should we jump right into the first whiskey?
Yes, I guess we should do the regular. They're not the regular, but their, what do you want to call it? Their core expression.
Yeah, the core expression. Their standard single malt, which actually I have for those watching. This is what the bottle looks like.
It is beautiful, right?
It is a cool bottle, and we'll talk more about this company, but I
would use it as a bud base when it's done. Put a nice little flower in there.
Yes. I don't want to take the liquid out. It's so pretty.
Yeah. I would put flowers in that.
Yeah. No, they are very, very ecologically concerned. They are very concerned about our environment. They were nice enough to send us, Sam and company, were nice enough to send us a glass, a whiskey glass that I can show that to everybody here too. It's
Box
very
glass.
cool.
Very
cool. I don't know if you can see that with my background there. There you go.
It almost has like a beaker type quality.
Yeah, that's what I
Clear on the
said.
bottom.
Yeah.
It's a scientific experiment.
Yes, correct. And the box is in a recycled cardboard box. It came in, and it says it's all 100% recycled glass, which is very cool. And I think all their bottles are recycled glass. And I think I saw something that they're certified organic. This is a very, very interesting company. So we'll get more into them, but we're going to start off with the standard organic single malt, correct? Which is 46%. And Ange, you're gonna tell us a little bit about it.
All right, so this is directly from the Nc'nean website. They call this Elegant and Fruity. Elegant and Fruity, our flagship whiskey, is easygoing and delicious however you drink it, with flavors of citrus, peach, apricot, and spice. We find we can taste lemon posset, peach and apricot, and spiced rye bread. Our whiskey is unpeated and is made from organic Scottish barley, whose natural yields and rich soils contribute depth of flavor. Our gentle fermentation and distillation accentuate the delicate fruity flavors in the spirit. Matured and specially treated red wine and American whiskey barrels, alongside a small amount of sherry casks, to develop our spirit's signature body and sweetness. One last bit here. Our whiskey makes a big impression with the smallest footprint. Every bottle is certified organic, made in our verified net zero distillery, scopes 1 and 2, whatever that means, and bottled in a 100% recycled glass bottle. This clocks in at 46% ABV.
That's awesome. Now, before we toast this, before we do our ching ching, I was looking at this box again, and on the back of this box, below where it says 100% recycled Nc'nean whiskey tumbler, it says light, fruity, and delicious. Say it. They have a pronunciation for you. It is Nc'nean.
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 Huh.
Yes. It's
Okay.
NC-NEE-AN. Nc'nean.
Nc'nean. Huh.
There
Interesting.
you go.
Does it
There we
glow?
go. It does not neon, but it's neon. Like on. All right. Shall we?
We shall.
All right. Ready to clink clink, boys?
All right,
Cheers.
boys.
We have
Cheers.
not been together for a while. Cheers. Happy summer.
Happy summer.
Shlancha.
Oh, this stuff
Well,
smells.
definitely is fruity.
Oh yeah. You know what? Now see, I read that whole thing with the peaches, and I just got like a peach cobbler.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. You ruined it for us. Thanks for
I know. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
right.
sorry.
It's okay. No, it's all right.
But we had
Like-
this, and I really like this one.
It says on the box are also our favorite way to drink it. Well, it says as you like. Then it says our favorite whiskey, 6 parts of this, 4 parts soda, water over ice with a mint sprig. That does sound nice.
Like a nice highball.
Yep.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Excuse me.
I may have enough left. I could do that at some point.
I'm getting a lot of citrus.
Yes.
Like
Little lemony. That's the citrus I'm getting.
Lemon, a little bit of orange, maybe.
Yeah.
a little orange marmalade to go with my peach cobbler.
Ooh,
Jam.
yum.
A little jam.
Jammy, fruity, but light, not overpowering.
No.
You know, not like
This
it's not a spice bomb.
Nope, not at all. We going in?
I'm going in.
That's
So
a lot
nice.
hotter. A lot hotter than I thought.
Way hotter.
Yeah.
It's got some kick,
Yeah,
it's
you don't
definitely
pick
got
that
a
up on the
kick to it.
nose.
but it's really nice though. It's
Oh
like a
my
nice,
gosh.
well-rounded flavor, real fruity.
Yeah. I'm getting honey,
Yeah,
a little bit of butterscotch, maybe.
that's nice. Like you said, it's like a cobbler. That's a nice bite.
Like a
That's
cobbler. Yeah.
That's nice.
This is a nice session whiskey. This is something you could sit with. You could go through that bottle pretty easily, or a significant amount of with friends. This is
Or just by
really,
myself, you know,
or by yourself.
I'm alone.
Yes, you're not proud. Yeah, this is just really lovely. Boy, it's just we like these kinds of. I don't want to say easy. That's not the right word. We're very approachable whiskeys, right? That really unlike us. But this is the kind of whiskey you can bring someone else into the conversation with who doesn't know anything about whiskey.
Absolutely.
I think this is really a way to hey, have some whiskey with me. Yeah, but do you have like Jameson or Jack Daniels? No, we have something better.
Yeah,
we have Nc'nean.
This is very good. I like this a lot. This is really, really nice. I'd almost put it in like that, like alongside, let's say like a Glenmoe 10 or is it 12 now?
Yeah.
One of those kind of things where you could just kind of have around.
Yeah, I think like a Balvenie, Doublewood. Yeah. I think it's just so approachable.
Yeah. I don't think there's anything in here that would warn you off, that would make you like, I don't want to share this.
No. Yeah, this is not
a good sipping whiskey.
Not polarizing in the least.
No, not at all.
No, not at all. This is beautiful whiskey. Really great.
Again, unlike us.
Unlike us.
Polarizing. Certainly.
Unlike us. Yeah. We'll come back and talk more about the distillery maybe on the next round here. So we have not gotten together for a while, and I think our last podcast we talked only about sirens.
Correct.
Right. And so there's been maybe 4 or 5 weeks since we got together and talked
about 3. I think it's been about 3.
So, since we just had a roundabout conversation about TV.
Oh yeah. It's been a while.
It's been a while. So we could just go around the room here and maybe pick out some stuff that we've each seen or wherever you want to start. Mike, why don't you start us off with something you've maybe watched and then?
Well, we're now at the point where they're finished with school.
The boys are finished. The kids are finished with school.
So we're binge watching things.
Yeah.
So we did all of Young Sheldon.
Oh, fun!
And now we're watching all of Ted Lasso. So I'm catching up on shows that I watched before but never really maybe finished. And now, boy, that's a really good show.
Where are you at on the show? What season?
Season 2.
Season 2. But unfortunately, there's diminishing returns with each and every season.
I think the characters are strong enough.
Yeah.
That I kind of push some of that drama off to the side, where the characters kind of fall away because another character kind of steps up. And the guy that plays Roy Kent is just tremendous.
Oh, he's great. He's great.
Oh,
he's just phenomenal.
He is so
Brett Goldstein.
Brett Goldstein is just a really funny person. He has a great podcast.
He does.
I think is he still doing it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
It's about he has a celebrity guest on and they talk about a movie.
Yeah.
I believe, right?
Well, they'll talk about just their career, but then it'll be like, you've just died.
Oh, right. That was it.
I can't remember the name of the show. I'll find it.
And he's so deadpan and he grunts. Everything about it is just it's just so much fun.
And his real life personality doesn't feel. He's like really different than.
Yeah, I would hope so.
His podcast is Films to be Buried With.
Films to be buried with. That's right. Yes. Yeah, he is really great. It's a great cast.
It's a really good cast. And I started The Night Agent.
The Night Agent
dropped again.
Oh, right. I'm trying to remember what that is. Yeah. That's
the guy who gets stuck on the night desk for the CIA, and now he basically he's back out again.
Yes,
and
I really enjoyed that show. That was on Netflix.
Probably isn't as strong as season 1, similar to all these other ones. It's hard to write a second season, but it's still good.
Yeah, I could not tell you the names of those actors, that actor and his actress, but I really liked it too.
Yeah.
There's a couple bigger names in it that come later, I think, as I recall.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you finish the second season?
Halfway through.
Yeah, that's good.
Halfway through.
And you got a couple?
Let's see. We got Hacks.
Hacks. Okay.
Season 4.
Season 4. I just finished it yesterday.
It was a little uneven. I thought it started really strong. It got a little draggy in the middle. Then it started getting better again. And then the last episode was just kind of odd. I don't even remember what happened. It was just a little odd.
Yeah. So
like it almost wasn't necessary.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're right. I was a little kind of perplexed at the very end. Is there another episode? Is this really the end of the season? I was a little, what's going on here? I started to have a problem with the show, maybe last year, when it just became this, it felt like it was just like this up and down between did
you freeze?
No, he's just pausing.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me? Okay. The relationship between Gene Smart and the other
Hannah Einbinder.
And thank you. They get they're together, they're working together, then something happens and they hate each other, and then they get back together, and then they hate each other, and they get back together, and somebody does something mean to the other one, and it just sort of up and down, up and down. I got a little tired of that.
But that's a lot like life.
It is. It's just do I need 4 seasons of this? And the I like the progression from where she started 4 seasons ago to having her own show. That's awesome. It's a great story. I just don't know. I don't know if there's a 5th season involved. I mean, I could see it. I could see.
There might be. They're milking it, right?
Just keep running it out.
Yeah,
People stop watching.
Yeah.
And talk about somebody who's probably not like her character at all, too.
Oh, totally.
Gene Smart is just. I can't imagine she's like that from the other things she's been in.
Not at all.
To play kind of an anti-type to her personality or what people perceive as a personality.
I mean, she's great on the show.
She's so good.
She is great.
She's just so good.
She's really, really good on the show. But it was a little uneven.
Yeah.
So I do like the Jimmy and his.
They're fun.
Whatever.
Yeah.
They're pretty good. He's grown on me a lot.
Yeah. He's the showrunner, or he's the creator of it.
He's one of them. Yeah, he's one of the writers too, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he was
What
on
else?
Broadway.
What else, Ange?
All right, Hacks, Your Friends and Neighbors, season 1, which was good. I liked it. It was also a little bit uneven. Like there may have been maybe too much story for one season, but John Hamm is great. Yeah. Amanda Peet's great. Everybody on the cast is great. So I stuck with it, and I thought it was a fun show.
I did too. I stuck with it. It was fun. It's one of those shows where there's no likable characters, right? Everyone's kind of, they're all not great people in some way. And
I find that likable though. It's just me.
That's you, right?
I'd like to be their friend or neighbor.
I like the pawn shop lady.
Oh, she's great. She's really good.
Yes. Yeah. I have to say I don't think I really appreciate. I don't think I appreciated John Hamm as much as I should have during the
Mad Men
years. Yeah. He is very, very good, and he's been able to do a lot of different things since Mad Men and not be typecast as whatever that would be.
Although he's kind of Don Draper again in this to a degree.
In this he's a little bit. He did that Fletch movie. He's done.
Keeps freezing up, this guy.
He did Tag, which was
that's right.
Very, very different kind of movie for him.
Yeah, he's in Baby Driver. He's in a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I think I saw he's got a couple of other comedic things coming. So yeah, I really like him. He's good. And I Pete, love her, love Olivia Munn. She's great. Yeah.
This guy keeps freezing up. Where is he?
I think Elon Musk turned off Starlink. He's not getting it.
Yeah.
I think so.
Am I back?
You're back.
You are back.
Okay, sorry. Anything else, Ange? Or
there's a good bit. We all finished the studio.
Oh yeah, studio.
Oh yeah,
lots of stuff for you to talk about. So yeah,
we talked about the beginning of the studio, but we never got to the end of the studio.
Yeah.
Yes, the studio.
That was a pretty wild ride. That was a lot of fun.
It certainly was.
Arguably the best, one of the best shows I watched this year. With the Emmys here, Emmy nominations coming up in a few weeks. That's got to be a big one, I think.
And I still can't get over what Dave Franco and Oh God, I'm drawing a blank on
Cranston?
no, not just Cranston, the actress who was playing herself, a version of herself. I'm just drawing a complete blank on her.
Kravitz? Zoe
Kravitz.
Yeah,
Kravitz?
Zoe Kravitz.
My
Yeah.
God, this is like the old man podcast.
Where they were
Jesus.
just so funny playing these blown up characters of themselves. It was just unbelievable.
Zoe Kravitz was really good. She was really good.
To take on those roles of just being hammered and winging it, because it's a lot of it is there's a fair amount of ad-libbing going on too, and all these one shots, right? You can't screw this up. It's amazing.
It's the winner.
It's really funny.
Ange?
Are you guys frozen?
Anything else?
No, I'm not frozen.
No, anything else?
I don't hear you.
Oh, anything else? Let's see. Studio. Did you watch the Four Seasons?
I did not. No.
Yeah, that was okay. It was, it started off a little kind of goofy, but what's his name was very good in it. Coleman Domingo.
Yeah. He
was great. He was really, really good. Steve Carell was good, and Tina Fey and everybody else, but Coleman Domingo was actually really, really good in this.
Yeah.
So,
I didn't get through it all. I don't know how many episodes are there.
It's like 8, I think. Well, it's 2 episodes per season. So, fall, winter, spring, whatever.
I was watching this while I was cooking for a couple weekends. I thought it was going to be 4 episodes, 4 seasons. I didn't realize it was 2 per.
Yeah, no, it's like 2 episodes for every season. And then actually what's funny is I went back and watched the movie because I'd never seen the movie.
Oh,
or if I did, I watched it like 50 years ago when it came out.
Yeah.
The
movie was okay. Yeah, it wasn't bad. I mean, Carol Burnett and Alan Alda, what's not to like? Yeah. Rita Moreno, what's not to like?
Yeah.
But it was, it was cheesy though, because it's like, it's just a cheesy 80s, what is it, like 1980, 1981?
Might be earlier, but yeah, probably around
I think it's earlier than that.
Yeah.
I think it's before MASH, isn't it?
Might be.
No, I don't think it's before MASH. MASH is the 70s.
It might be in the late 70s, but late 70s, early 80s, whatever.
It was okay.
Yeah.
It was okay. The storylines are very similar.
Yeah.
The storylines are very similar. I mean, obviously, this guy a little more contemporary. So
I like that Alan Alda was in that, and Carol Burnett was actually in Hacks. If you guys are right.
That's right. That's right. She was.
Yeah.
Bring them all back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, bring them all back. That's right.
I'm trying to think what else we got here.
Should we have another whiskey?
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's do that. Let's do that.
Now, there was a problem when I divvied it up because I get all the samples. I've got 2 of the Huntress, which should be our second one, and Mike has 2 of the Cask Strength. So you 2 can discuss the Cask Strength, and you and I, Aaron, can discuss the Huntress. So let's go to the Huntress. Got it. So, Mike, no drink for you.
He can watch us drink.
You're gonna send me to the green room? You're out.
We can do that.
I could do that. I could do that right now, but I won't because I don't mess up the recording, and I don't want to do that.
I don't want to do that.
All right, you could stay. You could stay.
I can sit quietly.
Can you?
I can sit.
That's your speciality.
It's a lifestyle choice.
It is. It's all choices. It's all choices.
So why don't you? Before you do that, just remind everyone this is what we watch when we drink live. We are going through the Nc'nean Single Malt Whiskeys from our friends at Impex Beverages. We are about to have our second one, the Huntress Lemon Meadow Organic Single Malt at 48.5%. And Ange, you got something to tell us about it?
I do. Okay, so this one is buttery and citrusy. So introducing Lemon Meadow, the 4th release in our boundary-pushing and experimental Huntress series. This whiskey heroes our passion for fermentation experiments. We use the yeast derived from a well-known French sparkling wine production, one that is rarely used in Scotch whiskey. It brings citrusy, biscuity notes, flavors of lemon sorbet, fresh chamomile, and all butter shortbread. Huntress Lemon Meadow is the product of our very first yeast trial back in 2017, the year we began distilling. This unique fermentation, along with maturation in our house-style casks, results in a creamy, delicious, and slightly floral whiskey. There are 5,729 bottles, 48.5% ABV.
Hello. There you go.
So there you go. All right. Cheers.
No cheers from me. You can nothing.
Well, I'll be in your boat soon enough. Just relax.
I'm drinking both bottles.
Okay. Me. Ooh, that is nice, right?
Oh, I love that.
That
I
smells
love the nose.
good. It smells
The
good.
nose is
I
great.
definitely get the lemony bit. It's almost, and I almost get like whatchamacallit? Like a Madeleine.
Yeah.
Like a nice like vanilla, like a nice crispy cookie with a little burnt edge.
Boy,
I'm really not picking up any of that at all in my empty glass.
It
It smells empty.
Boy, the lemon is really
Lemon?
pronounced.
lemon pound cake.
Ooh.
God,
That's
I
a good
love a lemon pound cake with the vanilla with the icing.
Yeah, I like the pound cake with the lemon icing.
Oh, it's even better.
I like I like the lemon pound cake with the icing.
Yeah, right. Isn't that what I said?
And that's what Mike said too.
Ah, wow.
No, I said pound cake with the lemon icing.
Oh, no.
Oh,
I like a lemon
you
pound
did.
cake.
That's right. I like a lemon pound cake with a
Same.
with some sort of plain icing or
Yeah, like
vanilla
a sugary icing with maybe a little lemon zest in there. You know, like the lemon, like the ricotta cookies, like that.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. That
The ricotta cookie icing.
Just a hint.
This smells really good. All right, I'm going in.
What's the ABV of this one versus the 46?
48 and a half.
48 and a half. Okay.
Ooh, that is nice. And you know what? It almost tastes like a lemon pound cake.
It's a little spicy. It's a little a little sharp citrusy.
With some maybe with a little cracked pepper. What was that thing you used to like to do? You get some ice cream with some cracked pepper and some peated whiskey on top.
I never did the cracked pepper. That's an interesting idea.
Didn't you do the crack? I think you did the cracked pepper.
Not cracked pepper.
No, with like a little Haagen-Dazs vanilla, a little bit of Ardbeg or a little Kahlua.
Yeah, but I never know with a pepper though. That's an interesting idea.
Sure.
Huh. This is a little peppery. No, it's not really peppery. But it's like a really sharp tart.
No, it's not.
Maybe tart.
Tart
lemon.
and spicy.
That's nice. That is really nice. I don't know which one I like better.
They're both really good.
They are both really good.
And this would be another good session whiskey, I think.
It would. That's pretty delicious.
And so, and I said earlier that they had a little recipe for a cocktail, which was basically a highball. I could see these both being great on highballs.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Or kind of anything. I can make
I just drink them straight.
With some lemon peel. Maybe some lemon peel. With this one, you know, just a little zest.
Just a little twist.
What was the name of the series for this one?
Oh, this is the is it the Huntress?
That's the name of the series.
The Huntress, yeah.
So they have other releases within that?
I guess. Yeah, because we had it before. We had that orchard one.
Right.
Oh, right.
Which was really good. That was like a spiced apple pie.
Yeah.
This bottle's pretty nice too, though, because it's like more like a black glass. Beautiful. Love the tins too.
I'm looking
Not the tins,
at
but the sleeves.
the bottles. Yeah. Oh, the sleeves. Yeah. I'm looking at the bottles on Sam's website.
Very nice.
There's a company that makes the lamp piece. It's all LED. It fits right over the bottle top, so you don't have to throw the bottles away.
Really?
And there's no plug, there's no cord, there's no nothing. It's just these lamp inserts you put on top. You get different shades to match the bottles or to match your mood, whatever.
Very nice.
Interesting. Never throw them away.
All right.
So this, I'm looking at Impex's website. This says, you don't think you read this. It says there's only 6,100 bottles worldwide.
No, this is a different one. This one's 5,700 bottles.
Oh, maybe
they don't have this on the website because this is just coming out now.
Oh, got it. Okay.
This comes out in July, I think.
Oh, I see. Okay, got it. The last
according to their
was only 16.
Sam sent us a letter, and he said this is set to arrive towards the beginning of July.
Okay, got it.
So they haven't received this yet. So
we're tasting this before anybody else is.
Very nice. Although there are some reviews online. Somebody here gave it 2 stars. I'm like, really?
What?
Very bitter aftertaste during the first few sips. Really? No.
What?
No. Yeah.
They're crazy.
The worst release so far.
Oh my god, that's insane. This is so good. And there's no bitter aftertaste. Zero. The aftertaste is wonderful.
No, not
I was
at
going
all.
to say, I was surprised at this one having kind of a longer finish, a nice finish.
It is very nice. I like it.
It reminds all this lemon talk, thinking of how I love lemon meringue pie and having that sweetness and that tartness, just that savoriness in your mouth lasts for a while. This is similar.
Lemon meringue or key lime? What do you prefer? I think I like key lime.
Oh, I love them both. I think I think lemon is my go-to.
Okay.
But I do like a good key lime pie too.
Mike?
Coconut cream. Sorry.
Oh, stop it. Stop it.
Not custard, cream. Coconut
I like them both. I'm fine with
I like them both too, but lemon is probably my preferred.
I was talking about the coconut. I like them all. I don't care. Just feed me.
Not a coconut person.
Just feed me. Feed me. Feed me.
Okay. All right. Back to our shows here.
You're up, Aaron. What are you watching?
I'm up.
What did you watch?
Everything I've there's two that I haven't finished because they're not done yet. So
well,
maybe
we'll get to that. Let's talk about the ones you've done.
Did we talk about Mobland before?
That's on my list also.
So I don't remember we mentioned it on our
I don't think we did
podcast. So I really enjoyed Mobland.
Same.
On Paramount, and I like those UK shows, and bad cops or screwed up cops or mobsters or whatever.
And it's nice that they got a bunch of unknowns in it, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of unknowns, a lot of first timers. Hopefully, maybe they'll get another break and
they'll latch on maybe.
Yes.
That young Hardy, what is his name? What?
I don't know. He was terrible in the show.
Oh my God, so freaking good. And Pierce Brosnan and
Helen Mirren, right?
Oh my! Speaking of Helen Mirren, I have to say I saw a picture of Helen Mirren yesterday from the 70s, because I'm not positive when it was. It was stunning. I mean, I could not believe it was her.
She was a bit of a looker. Yeah, she's
gorgeous. Oh my God! Yeah.
Did you ever see The Long Good Friday? No, it's with her and crap. He was in Roger Rabbit. What's that guy's name?
Bob Hoskins.
Bob Hoskins. Hoskins plays like a London mobster.
Yeah.
And you know who's actually in it? You know what? I think is Pierce Brosnan in it? No. He might have been in it too. He may have had like a small cameo in that. But I think she plays Hoskins' wife. So it was good. It's a good movie. If you ever check it out, it's one of those classic British, crime shows from the 70s or 80s.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if it was 70s or 80s. It was one or the other. Might have been the 80s.
Her and Brosnan are playing Irish married couple, head of that's their own family clan, mobster, mafia, organized crime family, and Tom Hardy is their fixer. Is that what he is? A fixer?
Yeah, something like that.
He's the problem solver.
He's the problem solver,
yeah.
And it goes downhill rather fast from the first episode when the grandson of this, we think is the grandson, the grandson of Pierce Brosnan and Helen Mirren kills the son of another mobster in town. And this is London, right? London.
Yeah.
And then the old man whose kid dies, he's not really happy, so it becomes a holy war. And Pierce Brosnan's, he's got seemingly an endless amount of children who are all part of this whole craziness, and it melts into this crazier, bigger story of the fentanyl importation into bringing drugs in, and the Mexican cartels, and it's where is this going? This is crazy. And the woman who plays what was her name? Something Mackenzie at the end, who Tom Hardy basically sells his soul to.
Yeah. I
don't know the actress's name. She's the
Janet McTeer.
I Don't know.
It's Janet McTeer. She was in what's it called?
Ozark. She was the attorney for the cartel, Mexican cartel guy. Now she's taken a few steps up. She's above the cartel, and she can fix anything, and saves Tom Hardy's skin, saves one of Pierce Brosnan's kids, and we don't know where this thing is going to go. There's a bit of a red wedding scene at the very end of this, and we really don't know where this is going to go. And I heard it got picked up, so this will be really interesting to watch season 2, where they pick it up from. Just a really good cast, really fun. Yeah, I liked it a lot. On that same kind of, stay in the same continent.
He froze up again.
I'm back. Am I back?
You're back.
Okay. Department Q on Netflix. From what's the Scott? What's the showrunner's name?
Oh yeah. The Scott Frank.
Scott Frank, who did Godless and
Queen's Gambit.
Queen's Gambit.
And did he not do what's it called? What was that show from last year? Sam Spade, Mr. Spade.
Oh, and Sam Spade, right? Mr. Spade. Yes.
Mr. Spade.
And this is great. This is just great TV too. This is a top one for me for the year too. It's about a Edinburgh police department trying to solve a very old crime. They've pushed off this one main cop down to the bottom of the department and kind of create a department for him to look at old files. They're kind of just pushing him off. He's actually just been in a shooting himself, and he really shouldn't be working. He should be taking off time and seeing a therapist. He's sort of seeing a therapist who is what's her name from Boardwalk Empire?
I know who you mean.
Yeah.
Mrs. Thompson.
And he doesn't really want to do this, but he wants to keep working. He doesn't really want to, go through old files. And there's this missing, and he's kind of, two people are going to, become his work for him. One guy who's
Kelly McDonald.
Kelly McDonald, right? She's just a therapist. He has two people that work with him. One is who was upstairs. She was just a administrative person who wants to be a detective, and she's kind of been pushed to the sidelines because she was in a car accident and hit some old person or something. And this other gentleman who is a Syrian refugee, you never figure out what he did in Syria, but he's now here with his two daughters. I think his wife was killed, and he's got these amazing detective skills. So our lead guy, I think it's Matthew Good is the name, is his
correct
actor. They find this one file that looks really interesting. It's about a missing prosecutor. She's been gone for 4 or 5 years. I can't remember how long she's been gone. And it's got this really interesting web, and then try to solve this web. And if you guys haven't seen it, we'll give it away, but it's a really interesting story. Matthew Good is hilarious. It's very funny at times. It's very dark at times. It's the classic screwed up cop trying to fix himself, trying to solve a crime at the same time, as UK shows are. It's really, really good. And you get to see Scotland. How bad is that? And you go to a little island off of the coast of Scotland to see part of the story. It's really beautiful. It's a really good story, really fun. Highly recommend it. So, Project Q. Maybe I'll do one more and then we can move on to one of you guys. I watched the Pee Wee Herman documentary.
Okay.
Pee Wee as himself on Max, I believe.
Yeah,
Max. I was a big Pee Wee fan, so I really wanted to see this. Apparently, Pee Wee was going to do a documentary about himself, and so he had I can't remember how many hours of recordings he had later in life with somebody who was going to make this movie, and so he's being interviewed, telling his whole life story.
Yeah.
And he had a falling out with the filmmaker over some of his I can't remember some of his later issues in life, and what was going to be in the movie, I believe, and he died shortly after. And so he never was alive to see this thing in production and being put together. But it's really interesting seeing his life story, starting off like in Florida with his family and just being a goofy little kid and wanted, hey, maybe I could be in TV, or I want to be an entertainer, and then going to school and going to college and getting to California and then getting in the Groundlings with stuff, a who's who of talent that went to SNL and wherever, and then starting that whole becoming this character that he just devises to really hide his homosexuality, and realizing I have to be this character all the time so I can have my own life.
Right.
And so he's always this character, which becomes a problem later in life. But he becomes like the biggest thing. I saw Pee-wee a couple times back in the 80s. I saw him open up for the Go-Go's, I believe. And he was just so crazy. That his morning show, that morning show.
I used to love that show. That was great.
Great. Max just had on the
Mecca
High.
He's so great. It was so interesting, and it really pushed the boundaries of what kid programming should be. And you could argue there's so much stuff that wouldn't have happened without something like Pee-wee happening back in the 80s. So I really recommend it. I don't do a whole lot of documentary watching, but that's a good one. So, Michael, what do you got? Anything else?
Besides finishing The Night Agent, Fubar dropped, so I got to watch.
Oh
Fubar
yeah,
again.
I wanted to go watch that.
It all dropped at once, so that'll be the next thing I watch.
Interesting.
Which I really, the premise to me is just ridiculous. Where they all work for the CIA and no one knows they all work for the CIA, and then they find out we all work for the CIA. Uh-oh. So
what's that on? Where do you watch that?
That's on Netflix, right?
Netflix, yeah, I think it's on Netflix.
That's with Arnold.
Schwarzenegger,
right? Yeah.
And Monica Barbero.
I don't know anyone else. I'm looking at Carrie Ann Moss is in it.
Yeah.
Jay Baruchel.
In this season, she's in it. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I don't know anyone else in it. Looking at the list there, I like Arnold. He's aged really well. He makes fun of himself really well. He's hard not to like now.
And I got to watch Tulsa King. I've been told it's worth watching, so I'm gonna watch Tulsa King now.
So I watched,
to go with Arnold, why not watch Stallone? Because they were rivals and how they're all men.
I watched I loved the first season of Tulsa King, and then the second season I didn't finish. I guess I should go back to it. I got maybe 2 or 3 episodes in. That's a really good cast too. Yeah. That's a really fun cast, and our guy from Freaks and Geeks, and then the Silicon Valley, the tall
Martin Starr.
Martin Starr's in it. Yeah, he runs the whiskey. He runs Stallone's weed empire.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah.
Typecasting.
And don't forget our girl Andrea Savage.
In season 1, is she in season 2? I don't remember.
I don't know. I didn't watch it.
I can't remember if she's in. I think she is in a little bit.
Yeah.
I think she is. She's the FBI agent that kind of
follows him around. Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
And he's maybe trying to catch him, and maybe not trying to catch him.
Maybe not trying to catch him. Man. And anything?
I got 2 more little thingies. I got Landman.
That's
Billy Bob and John Hamm.
So Landman and Tulsa King are both from that. What's that guy's name? The Yellowstone guy.
Taylor Sheridan.
The Taylor Sheridan universe, which apparently is a very, very, very big, lucrative universe.
Yeah, I liked Landman. I thought, I like most of Landman. The stuff with the wife and the daughter was kind of ridiculous. They were probably not necessary, but all the Billy Bob stuff and all the John Hamm stuff, that was great. Billy Bob was fantastic.
I heard that's true.
He was really good.
Yeah.
It was a really good show. It was interesting, just watching all this stuff, like because John Hamm owns like an independent oil company, and basically Billy Bob runs the fields and everything.
Right.
So and just all the stuff that goes on, of course it's West Texas, so they're near El Paso, which means they're near the border, which means the cartel gets involved, and they have issues with those guys, and there's just all kinds of stuff. And then Billy Bob's son is trying to like make his way in the business, and he's got all his issues. So, but it was good. Billy Bob was fantastic. He was really, really good. The more serious parts of the show were better than the silly stuff with the wife and the daughter.
You almost forget how good an actor he is because he doesn't do a lot.
Yeah, you're right.
And then when he does something, you're like, boy, this guy's really good. Why does he do more?
He's really good in this. There's a whole thing in the where I guess he's on the wagon and he's not drinking anymore.
Yeah.
But he's at the bar, and he's like, he orders a Michelob Ultra, and the bartender's giving her crap. He's like, oh, I thought you don't drink anymore. He's like, all right, listen, you give me 5 Michelob Ultras today, and let's see what happens. And then tomorrow I'm going to come back, and you give me 5 whiskeys, and you tell me if there's a difference. I was like, give me the goddamn beer.
That's funny.
He was great. Oh, and one last one was I watched that movie Nonas on Netflix.
Yeah.
The one with
movie,
Vince Vaughn.
That's a movie, not a series?
It's a movie.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, it's a movie.
So tell us how you feel about this from your
it was okay. I mean, it was cheesy as all hell.
Yes.
But it was still kind of a likable story. I mean, you got Lorraine Bracco and everybody's over the top. Brenda Vaccaro, Susan Sarandon, Linda Cardellini, Talia Shire.
Isn't there 4 grandmoms?
Well, there's 4 grandmoms.
Who's the 4th grandmom?
I think the 4 grandmoms, it's Brenda Vaccaro, Talia Shire.
Oh, Talia Shire. That's the 4th one.
Lorraine Bracco and Susan Sarandon.
Right.
And then Linda Cardellini's in it. Vince Vaughn, Joe Manganiello.
Yeah.
Drea Di Matteo.
Oh.
So
from
it was okay. It was
Joey.
It was pretty good. Vince Vaughn's like the Italian kid from Brooklyn. And, his mom and his grandmom always would cook and everything. And mom passed and then grandma passed. And, he gets a boatload of money from the insurance money and he's got all this stuff. And he decides, he's trying to figure out what to do. He works for the Mass Transit Authority. And he, being like working in the where they fix the buses and all that kind of stuff.
Yep.
And he's, and his mom passes and everything. And he starts cooking. And Drea and Joe Manganiello's like his best friend. Drea Di Matteo plays Joe Manganiello's wife. Linda Cardellini is the girl he wanted to take to the prom but didn't, and all this kind of stuff. And then he decides to open up a restaurant, and he finds a place in Staten Island. Turns out the place in Staten Island was like, remember that Rocco DiSpirito?
Right.
Yeah.
Apparently his family had a restaurant there, and it was the old DiSpiritos. And remember, who was the one guy in The Sopranos that was in charge? He died. He got cancer
in the
first season.
Johnny Sack.
No, it wasn't Johnny Sack. In the very beginning of the show. And then when he died, then Tony became the boss.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But whatever.
The really old guy?
No, he's not that old.
Yeah.
He's not that old. I can't remember. I don't know if he's Skinny Pussy or one of these guys. I can't remember which one he is. But anyway, so he's in it and it's good. I mean, it was okay. It was cheesy. There's a lot of really cheesy Italian music drops throughout the whole thing. And, some of the acting is kind of.
How's the food look?
Oh, the food looks great. And like Brenda Vaccaro's from Bologna, Lorraine Bracco's from Sicily, Susan Sarandon's there for the pastry. She's a hairdresser, but apparently she makes fantastic pastries. So they bring her in. Talia Shire, I don't know where she's supposed to be from, but she's like an ex-nun. And she became a nun because she was like a closeted lesbian. All this crazy stuff. It's ridiculous. But apparently there's a real restaurant.
Yes, there is. In Staten Island.
Yeah. That it's
called Nonas of the World or something like that?
No, I forget what it's called. I can't remember the name of the restaurant, but it's not that. It's something else.
No, Nonas of the World. Yeah.
Is it?
Yep, Nonas of the World.
But anyway, it was okay. It's funny to see Lorraine Bracco now as like an old woman.
Yeah, I saw.
Not old. I mean, she's like 72, but
yeah,
that's not funny at all.
Yeah, but and then Talia Shire being, Talia Shire.
Because if they're old, we're
not that far behind.
We're not young anymore.
No, we're not.
Talia Shire does not. You don't see her do anything, right?
When was
the last time you saw her on something?
She's got Coppola money. What does she need to do?
Yeah,
that's true. Right.
What does she need to do? Come on.
Yeah, that's a good point.
They don't have to work. They're doing it because they want to. They're having fun.
Yeah, I thought that was a series. I didn't realize it was a movie. So it reminded me of that Tom Brady movie.
Oh,
E for Brady.
Yeah. Right, with Jane Fonda.
I mean, Vaughn was Vince Vaughn, his usual charming self. You know? And Nc'nean was actually pretty good too, so it was decent. It was all right. I mean, it's a fun little movie. I wouldn't say it's great, but it was okay.
Cool. That's right.
Anyways, that's where I'm at.
Okay. Reminder: we are live. What we watch when we drink.
What we drink.
What we watch, what we got, whatever. We are doing a live pod here tonight, and it'll be on available for download probably about a week or so.
Yep.
So you can listen or watch on your own. We have a couple notes here. Do you see the comments here, Ange? Oh, I see Kylie. Hi, Kylie. Hi, Kylie.
Yes. I guess she's a Nc'nean fan.
Oh, I can see that. Thanks for dropping in, Kylie. So we'll be you'll be able to get this on download next week, probably. Again, don't forget to watch these guys doing reviews, maybe some more specific reviews on some of these things down the road at the murder table. Our last whiskey, because of Ange's mailing skills or
now I get
skills,
put yourself in the green room.
Green room yourself. So, but you can read calm down. You can lighten up there, Francis.
This might be the best whiskey of them all.
Settle down. So you can read about this last one for us, Ange. This is the
by the way,
Nc'nean Cask Strength single malt.
By the way, Nc'nean's unbelievable.
It is. That's a Shoresy reference for all you folks out there in TV land.
I need some sticks. I'm gonna go get a game stick.
You deserve a stick.
You get the first stick.
Hey now. All right. You want me to read this one? This is the this is the Cask Strength. Okay. This spirit is the Cask Strength Express. Oh, by the way, fresh and complex is what they're calling it.
Oh, this spirit about me.
Well, you're just complex. And you're a little fresh. Honestly, you're a little fresh. All right. This spirit is the Cask Strength expression of our signature recipe, our organic single malt in its most natural form. Our whiskey is made from organic Scottish barley, whose natural yields and rich soils contribute depth of flavor. Our gentle fermentation and distillation accentuates the delicate fruity flavors in the spirit, matured in specially treated red wine and American whiskey barrels, alongside a small amount of sherry casks to develop our trademark body and sweetness. There you go.
Does it say on there or in Sam's letter? I don't have it with me. How many bottles this was? What's the outturn on this is?
It doesn't say. Maybe this is going to be like one of those things that they just keep doing. So this is basically the regular at Cask Strength, right?
Yeah, I think that's true. Yes,
59% ABV.
59. That's
for Michael. Michael, you got it. You got it
with a 6.
Almost with a 6. Yes.
And I don't have.
You're rounding up, I guess. That's
true.
By the way, reviews on this one: 5 out of 5.
Might be the best whiskey I've ever had. Oh, you don't have any. Oh.
You're not going to miss the lemony smell because there's no lemony. There's no lemon on this.
I'm cry now. I'm just going to cry. I'm going to go up my corner and cry.
It just smells fresh. It smells clean.
It's very clean and fresh.
I've gotten really good at crying. I'm in touch with my inner child.
Your inner demons.
Well, that's always been the case. I'm trying to tamp those things down.
And for 59%, I'm not getting a lot of vapors.
I was just going to say the same thing. I thought the same thing. All right, should we go in?
I'm a little scared.
You should be scared. You should be terrified. Terrified.
Wow. It's hot.
That's something.
Oh, hey now.
Oh my God! Look, he's frozen. You know what he looks like? You know what he looks like? He looks like one of the what's it called? The what are they called? What are those brothers from Shores? Mercedes' brothers. The Policellis.
It's funny.
You look like one of the Policellis.
That's really good. That's really good, Mike.
That's really good. It is.
So this time, I didn't get lemon on the nose, but I got a little lemon on the palate. I don't get is it sherry? I don't even get the sherry.
Yeah, a little bit of sherry, but I'm not getting that. But a real nice finish too.
Would you say, Angie, was red wine cask and Oloroso cask?
That's what they said. Well, they said sherry. Let me see.
It's not really very red.
I think you said
matured, especially treated red wine and American whiskey barrels alongside a small amount of sherry casks.
Yeah. Huh. So it's just a small amount of sherry.
A smidgen. Just a pinch.
Smidgen, which is the technical whiskey term.
Just a smidgen. Just a pinch.
A pinch. A dash.
A dash.
A skosh. That's nice. It's really nice.
Oh, the second bite. Oh, second one. Oh,
once you get past the heat.
Whoa, hey now.
That's
yes. Really.
That's nice. It takes that first one we had and just kicks it up a notch.
Yes.
We're 2. We're 6.
Or 6.
Dried fruit, nice. A little bit of lemon, some citrus of some sort in there. Maybe some cinnamon.
Little biscuity. Like
yeah.
Like the same as before, like a pie crust.
And not the first bite, the first shot of it is
vapors.
It's kind of big, but this is very sippable now.
Yeah.
Very sippable.
I'm not going to call this a session.
No.
This isn't a session.
No, this is not a session. This is a late nighter.
This will end your session. That's nice. Andrew, got your bottle for you. We'll make it trade over the Maginot line.
See.
That is the Nc'nean cast strength single malt at 59%. That is just delicious. Yeah. That is just really, really great. All three really good. Boy, that's really different than the other two, though.
Yeah,
I guess it's from the sherry. It surprised
me. A little red wine and then the higher octane too.
Yeah, I did. The first was I guess mostly got the alcohol in the first shot, but then the second and third you really start picking up those other notes from probably from wine cask and the sherry cask. Wow, that's really good. Just delicious, really good. Okay, another round of TV talk. Let's see here. What's left? Anyone else have anything?
What about in progress? What do you got in progress?
I got a couple in progress. Well, let me do one that I finished, which I probably should have talked about early when I was talking about the Mobland and Department Q. I just finished. It was on Paramount Plus, I think, called Bloodlands. So, Mobland is in London. Department Q's in Scotland. Bloodlands in Northern Ireland. And it's a short series. There's two seasons. It's about a cop, a screwed up cop trying to figure out a mystery from actually back during the Troubles. And he's a single dad, and he's trying to investigate. And his wife there's 4 people that have been missing since back during the IRA days. And one of them is his wife, and he hasn't figured out where his wife's body is after all these years. And he's a really cool company guy, but he's also got a little bit of a problem. He actually is involved with this cover up. And they've been looking for somebody with some moniker who was like smuggling guns, or I think it was smuggling guns to the IRA. And first he turns it to looking like it's his boss, the main sergeant detective. And he's very good about covering his tracks, and it leads to him ultimately being the bad guy in all this, and the cop. But it's really well done. Again, it's in Northern Ireland. It's beautiful. The accents are just, you get sucked in with those great Irish accents. It's really great. I got sucked in because I went down a rabbit hole of the cast on one of these other shows, saw somebody I knew from another show. Oh, what is she got? Yeah, it's on. Oh, she was in this thing called Bloodlands. Oh, Bloodlands. What's that about? Oh, it's about a cop who's,
So if you could find a cop show in Wales, you'd be able to complete your bingo card. You'd have all of them.
There was one.
Is
There
that-
was a.
Is that what
What
you're
was
gonna
that
do?
called? There
Like,
was one.
cross them all off.
Yes.
Maybe
So that
something
was-
in Cornwall. You can go and get a bonus.
Brittany. Okay, so the two that I've got in progress, and I think they're kind of ending this week, I believe, is Poker Face and Duster.
Oh, Duster ends this week?
I'm not positive. It's got to be getting close,
I gotta
gotta
get
be
back
in
to Poker
close.
Face.
right? How are we into Poker Face at all? Have we watched?
I don't have Peacock, but I am watching Duster, and Duster is a lot of fun.
Duster is a lot of fun.
It's a lot more fun than I thought it was going to be. I really thought it was going to be really bad, but it's actually really
You told
good.
me about the first episode, and I wasn't that excited about it. Then I watched it, and okay, the '70s thing is really fun. It's
a lot of fun.
It's a lot of fun.
I love the title sequence too. That is just
great.
nuts.
Okay. And I'm glad they have a title sequence. So many shows are like, they don't do that shit anymore. Mike, do you watch Duster?
I haven't watched Duster.
It's on Max with
It's something to add to my list.
what's the lead character's name?
Josh Holloway? Do I know him from something?
Yes, you do. Well, you don't because you didn't watch this. He was one of the main characters on Lost. And this show is a J.J. Abrams show, which was Lost.
Right.
So
Okay.
He's Sawyer on Lost. Right?
He is Sawyer on Lost, right? So he's a works for
He's a wheelman, right?
He's a wheelman in this is in Phoenix, right? Somewhere in Phoenix.
Yes.
So he's an Uber driver? Is that what
he's
you're
an
saying?
Uber driver in 1973. That's right. And he works for what's his name, Ange?
It's Ezra, played by Keith David.
Keith David is
Keith David.
I like Keith David a lot.
Actor. Yeah.
Is a
How'd you get the prank before the beans? That's all I remember.
He's got his own he's got his own legal situation, runs his own legal thing. And there's a federal agent, a FBI agent that comes into town, a young girl.
Baltimore?
Baltimore. And her nickname is Baltimore. That name given to her by Josh Holloway.
Yeah.
She's there to investigate this guy, this what's his name again? I'm sorry.
Ezra.
Ezra. And because she believes that Ezra killed her father. Am I right? Right. But she's working her way up. She just got out of FBI school, and now she's working at this FBI unit, the local FBI office.
Let's not forget, she's a woman. B, she's black.
She, does not fit.
And this is 1970s.
And everyone in this whole office except the secretaries are men, and they're white. And this is Arizona.
And her partner, who's a Native American.
And he's a partner's Native American. And she has found out, I believe she has found out, that Josh Holloway's brother, who also had worked for Ezra, was killed. And she believes that Ezra was the one that killed Ezra. And Josh Holloway, what's his name? What's his character's name?
Jim Ellis.
Jim Ellis. Jim Ellis likes working for Ezra. He's been working for him for a long time.
Well, him and his dad are good buddies from the war. Korea or Vietnam? Korea, right?
I think it's Vietnam.
Was it?
I don't know.
It's the 70s. It's probably Korea.
Yeah.
And his father is an ex-cop, and it's Corbin Burnson.
Yeah, and you know what? He's on Your Friends and Neighbors too, and he's got quite a comeback coming.
Oh, that's right. Yes, that's right. I forgot that he's in.
He's really good. He's
really good. I love Corbin Burnson. From another 70 show, 80 show?
LA Law?
Yeah.
And Psych and Major League and a bunch of other movies.
So our newly fresh out of school FBI agent employs Jim Ellis, Josh Holloway, to work undercover or be an informant, basically, for the FBI to find out more about Ezra's dealings and what happened with her father and what happened with Josh's brother. So it's in the middle of the desert. There's a red Duster. It goes really fast. It's very 1970s. The last episode, Josh Holloway goes to see Corbin Burnson to get some information. His dad has the old Rolodex from back in his cop days, and he's trying to find some information. And his dad's in his garage. He's going through his Rolodex, and sitting on a shelf next to his dad's workbench or whatever is a Coleman cooler, like a tan color with a brown top. And I said when I saw this, my wife, I said, that's exactly the same cooler that we had when I was a kid when we went camping. That's it. And it had this little latch that you kind of turned to keep it closed. It was metal.
Well, since we're talking about our youth, the first car I ever drove was a Plymouth Duster.
Was it Duster?
But let me tell you, it wasn't that Duster.
Mm.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, we were a Plymouth family. I drove Barracuda. One of my first cars I drove. My dad's 67 V6.
Should I cue hard? Should I cue some hard?
And what does our girlfriend Natasha Leone drive in Poker Face? She drives a Barracuda.
There you go.
It all wraps together, right?
There you go.
So that's it's got to be close to the end on Duster.
It's fun. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, and Poker Face is there's really a connection I think between the two because they both Poker Face, Natasha Leone's show, it harkens back to those 1970s detective shows.
Right.
They're very episodic.
Columbo.
Right. She's Columbo basically.
Yeah.
And she's not stationed. She's not in one city. Columbo was in New York or Los Angeles. I remember LA.
Well, and he was the detective. She just stumbles upon crap.
She stumbles upon crap, and she has this unique ability to tell when somebody's lying. Right. And so she's trying to get away from her own past. So she's just driving around the country, falls into whatever situation, and there's usually some crime involved, and she gets out of it. And every episode has a guest star or two, big names. A lot of big names this year. It's just been spectacular. Yeah. And it's really interesting the way they set up each episode. You don't see Natasha Leone for the first 15 minutes. The show starts, and you're involved with whatever the story is about this, wherever these people are. And she comes in afterwards almost as they're replaying, almost like a flashback to see how she got into this situation. And like she was in the background, but you never saw her in a lot of the first 15 minutes. It's really well done. It's really funny. She's great. It's got to be a complicated show to put together. And I love that it just got that 1970s cop, the procedural show feel vibe to it. I love it. Love it. So those are the two that I'm watching at the moment. Anybody else watching stuff?
What else we got? The other show I've been watching just kind of regularly is Stick. On Apple TV. You know, it's Happy Gilmore with not Happy Gilmore. What's it called? It's Ted Lasso with golf.
Oh yeah, Ted Lasso with golf. Yeah, it's God.
Owen Wilson.
Owen Wilson. There we go.
Owen Wilson and Mark Maron.
Mark Maron.
Yeah, it's okay. I mean, I like the actors. I like Mark Maron. I like Owen Wilson doing his usual charming thing. It's like watching Vince Vaughn. Just put him on the show.
It's the same thing. Same thing over and over again, but it works.
Yeah, but it works. It's okay. I'm not saying it's great, but it's not bad. I'm entertained. He's got his shtick, and he's got his demons he's trying to exercise, and Mark Maron's got his thing he's trying to work through, and the kid they're mentoring to be the next, I don't know, Tiger Woods.
Yeah,
is got his stuff he's working through. So it's good. It's entertaining.
Good. Mike, you watching anything in the middle of it?
Just the stuff that I'm working on.
Oh, you know
the new list you gave me.
That's right. You know what I watched on Sunday? When was it? The other night with the boys. What was The Secret Life of Walter Mitty?
The original?
No. With Ben Stiller.
Yeah.
The remake.
I didn't see that. Was it good?
Yeah, it wasn't bad. It was him. It was what's his name is in it? The guy from Severance. Adam Scott is in it briefly. What the hell's her name? I don't want to say not Tina Fey, but she's on Saturday Night Live. Kirsten Wiig.
Okay.
And you know who's got a little bit part in it? The big Icelandic guy. What is his name?
I don't know. I know who you're talking about from Something Somewhere or whatever that show is.
Oh, Trapped.
Well, that guy, but he's also in that.
Oh yeah, he's in Somebody Somewhere. He's in Your Friends and Neighbors as the art dealer.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. He's everywhere.
Everywhere. He was in what's it called too? Remember that one we watched? Remember The Tourist, the one in Australia? He's in that.
He's in that. That's right.
All over the place.
He is so good.
But he's basically playing a helicopter pilot in this. He's got a brief thing, and he's drunk off his ass helicopter pilot. But he was great. He's really good. He's really good. But it was an entertaining movie. It was pretty good. It was decent.
That's good.
I just was mentioning that he was in it since we were talking about your friends and neighbors, and
Yeah.
Well, there is one big show that I have not started.
Is it? Did it drop yet?
It's tomorrow. Tomorrow is, or tonight, I guess, at midnight. Season 4 of The Bear.
The final
tomorrow.
season, right?
Yeah.
That's what we're told. We are told that this is the third. It was going to only be 3 seasons, and the last 2 seasons are really the final season. So 3 and 4 are really the third season.
Yeah.
And so tomorrow it drops, and right before I think this would be Emmy available. I think that.
Oh yeah, you get it in just so the Emmys are there.
And every time it's dropped, it's been like the same time each year.
Right, it's always in the summertime about now, before July 4th, I think. Yeah, I think every
year. So what's tomorrow? Tomorrow's the 25th?
Tomorrow's the 25th, yes.
Yeah, so season 4 dropped the 25th, season 3 dropped the 24th, season 2 dropped the 22nd, and season 1 dropped the 21st. So it's always that third Thursday in June. Right. It drops every third Thursday. Yeah.
And if you don't, you may.
Well, last Thursday, whatever.
Jeremy Allen White, right? He's right? Carmine Berzano. His face is everywhere now because he's got that Springsteen movie coming out that he's.
I don't see it. Yeah. I don't see it, but who knows?
Apparently, there was this controversy, a bit of a controversy, whether he does the singing. It's about the Nebraska album.
Oh, okay.
I'm not a Springsteen guy, but it's about that one part of Springsteen's life, and he does the singing, I guess.
Interesting.
I think I heard. Don't know this. There's some doubt.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know that I see him as Springsteen, but okay.
I'm going in a little hesitant because I was really disappointed with season 3.
I still loved it, even with some of the issues with it. It's still mountains higher than so many other shows.
Now I like posted on this one on that Facebook group that I like for the watch, and they were talking about it. I said, I gave my thoughts. Now what they were saying is that it was apparently only supposed to be 3 seasons, but Hulu asked them to extend it to 4. So that's maybe why there was a lot of going nowhere in season 3.
Because it's really not season 3; it's season 3A and 3B
or something.
Yeah.
Right. So there was a little bit much. My favorite episode of season 3 was the one with what's her name? What was the woman? The Latina. What's her name?
The cook.
The character, yeah.
Yeah. I don't remember her name. I don't know.
It's not Maria.
Yeah, no. She's great.
That was the best episode of the whole season. I thought.
It's just even its worst season is so much better than most television. I know.
Yeah.
It's set its bar so high that it's even its crappy season, if you want to call it that, is pretty damn good.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about the next. I don't know how many episodes it is. Probably 8. I'm guessing.
Probably.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Tomorrow will be very exciting. Whenever I can get to it. I don't know when I can get to it. Maybe over the weekend. So we did it again. Was there anything else, by the way?
I think that was about it. I mean, there's other things, but it's not really important.
One last thing. Vince Vaughn, you mentioned. They're doing another season of Bad Monkey. Any idea when that comes out?
No idea.
Gosh, I hope so.
That was good fun. That was a lot of fun.
Good fun. Yeah. Yes, really. There's a couple. There was one I didn't mention earlier. I probably should have mentioned it because it was really very good. Called Overcompensating. It was
do it all the time.
Never done it.
It was on Prime. It was on Prime, and it's about a college kid who's like the star athlete and the guy from Twin Peaks, Tom McLaughlin is his father, and I think his mother is from that Friday Night Lights show. I don't know her name, but he's this kid, superstar athlete, goes off to some school on the East Coast that his dad went to. He's a legacy, and he played football, but now he's gonna be going to like business school and be like his dad, right? And he's overcompensating because he's gay and he can't say anything, and he can't come out. And he meets up with a girl. The pressure is on him immediately to get girls from all these guys on campus, the frats, everybody. And his sister goes to this school, who doesn't really want her little brother going to this school. And his sister has like this boyfriend who's like the head of some, society, and he's gonna everyone in this whole show is overcompensating for some reason. Everybody. And our lead character, this kid, meets up with this girl who's come from some troubled background, and she's overcompensating because she's supposed to get, have a boyfriend immediately, and everyone's supposed to have sex. And so they kind of become best friends. But she doesn't know his secret, and he doesn't really know her secret. And it's them all trying to figure their lives out during college. And it's really very good. It's very funny and a little bit like almost Porky's-ish in some ways.
Where is this show?
It's on Prime.
Okay.
Amazon Prime.
And it's relatively recent, or?
Yeah. It's only probably the last month or two.
Okay.
It's a really fast watch. It's like, less than half-hour episodes, and
okay.
It reminded me a lot of about The English Teacher. Is that what it's called? The English Teacher was on Prime also, and it was about a school teacher down in Texas. Who's gay, and there's all these issues going on. That was hilarious. I hope that gets some Emmy nominations. Really good too, and a lot of interesting kid related issues and very funny. So highly recommend that one. So there you go. So we have done it again, gentlemen. We have nailed through another What We Watch When We Drink episode. The first of the summer. Will be many, many more. Downloadable in a week or so, where you can get your podcasts. And we have to thank Sam Filmus and the fine folks at Impex Beverages for sending us 3 wonderful whiskeys from the Nc'nean Distillery in Scotland. Single malts, all organic, delicious stuff. Just beautiful. And thank you for the glass too. And I have to give a shout out to the Impex folks for putting my dog Daisy on their Instagram.
That's right.
Daisy is now one of the distillery dogs for the Impex family. I thank you guys for putting Daisy on there. Daisy's a senior Great Pyrenees, and we thank you for adding her to your doggy list. What else, kids? What else do I have to say? Anything else?
I don't know. I think that's about it. I think we've said enough.
We've said enough.
We left the NHL and NBA Finals out of this, but that's okay.
Oh yeah, we did. We get real quickly. This has been a week of sports, right? OKC wins the NBA championship, and last week the Florida Panthers wins the NHL Stanley Cup.
Well deserved. Well
deserved. Both really interesting. And boom, we are in the off season. Draft week is here. NBA draft is tomorrow.
Mayhem has begun already.
The mayhem has begun. The craziness has begun. NHL draft is on Thursday and Friday, or maybe Friday, Saturday. And the countdown is for football and baseball. We are right in the middle of it. The All-Star game is in like 3 weeks. So put your votes out. There you go. So
there you are.
We are here. And there's an F1 movie coming out. If you all the F1 nerds are out there, there's some F1 movie that I hear about endlessly.
IMAX. Wow, you got Apple behind it, so that helps.
Oh my God!
It's got another unknown as playing the old guy, right?
Yeah. What's he? I think he's
something Brad, somebody or other.
Brad, yeah. But it's not on Apple, right? It's only in the theaters
for now. Yeah, it'll be on Apple.
It's going to theaters.
Give it a month.
Yeah,
give it a month. Okay.
Give it a month.
Yeah, I'd almost watch it. I don't want to go to a theater, but I would probably watch it.
Apparently, it's shot in IMAX, so you want to see it in the theaters.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't, but that's a snoozer for me. That's a way to go to sleep after, till the lights go out.
Well, you could use a good nap.
I could use a good nap.
You can't put a price on a good nap.
No, you cannot.
Well, you can.
It's like $30 when you go to the movies.
Yeah, about $30, but that's all right. If you're napping, though, you don't need popcorn.
All righty, gang. Ange, why don't you play us out?
All right.
And thank you, everybody.
Please.
Cheers. Shlancha. Have a great summer.
Right. Cheers, folks. Stay cool.
Cheers.
One more day. Cheers.